Hey y'all, good morning. How are y'all doing? This morning I am outside. I'm just getting done all the chores. I just fed the pigs because they were being like so loud. So I usually come and feed them first before the chickens. And look at all the piglets. Look how big they're getting. They're getting so big. They're eating food now and they're starting to all squeal too when they want food as well. Look at them. They're so cute. They're like all over the place. And there's some really red ones in there. There's like really dark red ones. And these piglets are a lot bigger than all of our other litters of piglets that Eve had. Like before, like they'd be a lot smaller than this. Like they would be this big when they're like 6-7 weeks old. And these guys are only 4 weeks old and they're that big. So it's pretty crazy. I think these pigs are gonna be a lot bigger like Adam and Eve. I have something super exciting to share with y'all. We have 2 broody hens. So that is super exciting. These are our first broody hens. We've had chickens for like years and we've never had a broody hen. So when she went broody, we're like, no way, that's crazy. Because I don't know why, just our chickens never went broody. And then so now we have 2 hens that are broody. And we had all the bins under that hoop house. All over there is where they lay all their eggs. But then all the other chickens started trying to squeeze in with the broody hen and lay more eggs. And then she's just sitting on way too many eggs. So we're like, we have to figure something out. I mean, we were kind of thinking, should we move them in with this little kennel with the other chicks? But then we didn't know if like the little chicks would bother them, which I hope they're not because you can see they're just everywhere. But the broody hens seem to be doing okay being with the chicks. Sometimes they'll like, you know, show them who's boss, but other than that I think they're doing pretty good. And they're both laying on like 14 eggs or so, so there's a lot of eggs. So it's gonna be exciting. We'll see what hatches or what won't, because I've moved them and then eggs have rollen away and then newer eggs have gone in with the older eggs. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know, but it's pretty exciting. I'll show y'all the eggs. They're off their nest right now because they have food. So I can exactly count how many eggs we have. These are all the chicks. So here's the one broody hen. This was the original broody hen. And then our Moran hen is broody as well. Like, oh my soul, like look at all these eggs. See, they're kind of, oh, see how that one rolled away. I'm gonna see if I can kind of fix them. See if they're kind of like all over the place. I think they're all still warm, so that's good. But these are all warm, so that's good. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 14 eggs under this one. And then there is, let me count how many there is on this one. Let's see, these are all the other eggs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then there's 13 right here. So there's 14 in this box and then 13 in this box. So we'll see what hatches. I'm super excited. Like I said, we've never had broody hens. And then she's the second one that went broody, the Moran hen. She's one of my favorite hens. She is so pretty. These little chicks are so cute. They're so sweet. The hens just sat back on their eggs, and I'm actually glad that they got off for that little bit and I was able to count how many eggs, because I honestly forgot how many they were both laying on. So they just sat on their eggs, and I will show you what sound a broody hen makes when she's broody. This is how you can tell your hen is broody. That's the red hen's box, and then the Moran is in that box. Here, I'm gonna lift off the lid. So they'll make like that kind of sound when they're broody. And she's not laying on all of her eggs. She just went in there, so she'll probably gather them all up. But, and then here's the other hen. She's all cuddly in there. Alrighty, I'm gonna leave them alone. Getting pretty warm out, so I had to take off my sweatshirt. But John, what are you doing?
Mommy and Dad are planting some some seeds and stuff.
Yeah, what kind of plants are these?
Flowers.
They're flowers. So we got all these flowers. So we planted flowers by seed, and Dad and John planted all these. And these are some basil and tomato plants that we bought. We cheated. The sun's so bright. But we planted basil and tomatoes by seed, and the tomatoes are sprouting. The basil, I don't think is doing so well. So we got a couple little basil plants, and then we also got a few tomato plants. We always do that. Like, we usually plant tomatoes, and then we buy a few tomato plants just to kind of get a head start, I guess. I don't know why we always do that. These, where are you gonna put them? You put them all in the garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna put all these little things in the garden. But they are all looking so good. They're looking really good. This is their little area where they do all their planting and all that type of stuff, right? Yeah. So what's in here? Did you plant anything in there?
Yeah, it's like sugar snap peas and.
Oh, sugar snap peas. So they planted some peas in there. Then what's over here?
More flowers.
More flowers. So we got a lot of flowers going. We've never really planted flowers before. We've tried, like, in our last house. Like, we've never planted flowers here. So we're excited. We're gonna like decorate, kind of buy our garden boxes with lots of flowers. So we're making the garden beautiful this year. I was able to till it up all last night, so it's back to like dirt and not mud. We had a couple days where it was seriously raining, like all day, like non-stop. Like, it was raining, and no kidding, almost half of the round pen, there was like water on the back. Like, there was seriously a pond, and it finally dried all up. I tried to make a little trench out that way so the water could like drain out, because it is a little sloped. It's a little bit downhill right here. So yeah, I got so I'm happy that it's all dried up again and everything's starting to dry up. Peace, Journey. Good morning, beautiful girl. Our whole family went on a walk down the road, and I rode her bareback down the road. She did so good. Oh, baby girl. Good morning. Hi. So, do y'all remember Buck? He was my client horse. I've showed him my last few videos, but that horse, look what he did. Y'all can't see what he did. How they get closer. But as you can see, the pen is apart. I had to move him into a different pen because he was going stir crazy. I think he still is a little stir crazy of being cooped up in his stall. Not only is he young, his owner wants him on alfalfa and sweet feed. So that's a lot of high calories and sugars for the horse. And he was just pacing back and forth, and he, no kidding, dug like that kind of hole, and he broke our water pipe. So Dad had to fix that, and yeah, so I had to move him. So he's been kind of like on my soul, but Lord willing, I only have a couple more weeks with him. I got kind of a first ride on him yesterday. Like, I don't know, my heart was like, oh. But he did pretty good. I was able to walk around a little bit sitting on him, but when I asked for him to trot, it's like he like jumped forward. Like, I could tell he just wanted to bolt. So I just did like a 1 rein stop. But he seriously dug that. He dug like all along this whole fence line. He pawed the ground, and he made like a 3-foot trench all right here. So we're like, you got to move this guy. And we totally forgot that we had a water pipe right there. So all the water down here by the barn, it's like we had to shut it all off for like a day and all that. So yeah, so I moved him that way down there where there's no water pipes. And he seems to be a little happier down there. So that's good. But anyways, alrighty, I think I'm gonna move Journey out on the pasture over there by the chickens. There's a lot of grass over there, so I'm gonna let her go out there to go graze. Oh, she's gonna be a happy girl today. She knows where she's going. You can tell she's walking a little fast. She knows she's gonna go get some fresh grass, huh? Yeah, you happy girl? I've got Chloe girl. I'm gonna take her out to the pasture with Journey as well. There's a lot of grass out there, so I thought she would enjoy it too. Aw, you excited to go eat with your friend? Yes. That was a yes, wasn't a no. Yeah, you sweet girl. She's so pretty. I've got all my stuff that I need for Buck here. I've got the saddle pad, the brushes, my stick and string, and my helmet. Have to wear a helmet. So I'm just gonna set the camera here. I'm just gonna put all my stuff here, then I have to go get the horse. So dusty. My camera's covered in dirt. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna get on him. Today is going to be the third ride. So yesterday I rode him around a little bit, but I was just kind of like sitting on him, kind of just walking him around a little bit, just letting him get comfortable with me on his back. Now the first day that I rode him, I did ask for him to trot, and he kind of got nervous. He took a couple steps in the trot and he kind of got nervous and like jumped forward, like if he was bolting. So today I'm gonna try to see if we can work on that, and we'll see. I would like to have him trot and lope today under saddle, but we'll see how he's acting and all that. I don't want to push it too much and then cause something bad to happen, so we'll just see how he does. He did pretty good today with all of his groundwork and all that. And now ready to ride. I have about like 20 more minutes with him, so I'm gonna do all that under saddle. Ready, buddy? All right, let's just pray for me. I always get a little nervous sometimes, especially with him. He's still a little unpredictable and he gets pretty jumpy and spooky at things. All right, buddy, ready? All right, let's do it. I am really happy at how Buck did today. He's staying tied. I'm gonna leave him tied for like an hour or two to learn some patience. He still gets a little impatient, but he's definitely doing a lot better than he did before. And I am really happy at how he did today. So I wasn't able to get him the lope. He was actually being a little bit stubborn today, which I guess that's a little bit better than him being so nervous. So at least that. And you gonna chat with me, bud? You did pretty good. So I got him to trot about 3 times. Like I said, he was being pretty stubborn at getting into his trot. But this time he wasn't nervous while he was trotting. I think the most he trotted like 4 or 5 steps, which is pretty good because last time I just did a couple and he was just head was high and he like jumped forward, and he did not do that today. So that's really awesome. Next time I might have to put a different halter on him with like connected reins, and then it has a lead rope connected to it, and then I can tie that to the saddle horn, and then I can use the back of that to kind of spank him a little bit, because I was just trying, because I just have like the loop reins. I just had the lead rope connected to the halter, so I just looped it around his neck, and then I was just trying to like slap my thigh, and then I was just trying to click to him, but then like I said, it only worked a few times. The other times he was just being pretty stubborn, and then I don't want to keep kicking him too hard. I don't want to make him dull to my legs. So yeah, but he did pretty good. Yeah, he did pretty good today. He's coming along. Good boy, buddy. But yeah, he was so much more calmer today under saddle. Like, he wasn't nervous about me being up there at all. Maybe a couple times, and I was like really trying to get him to go. But, you know, you have to do that to get him going. But he's learning. Huh, bud? You gonna learn some patience now? His head's through the bars. Oh, my soul. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna go head up. I just put away all my other stuff, so he's just tied up in the round pen. I'm gonna leave him there for an hour or two, let him learn some patience. Now I'm gonna head up to the house and get some water. It's now evening time and I'm outside. I gotta feed Buck, but I also wanted to show y'all the garden, and I'm sorry about the wind. It is super windy right now, and I have my sweatshirt on. It's so cold. It's pretty cold out here, and it's supposed to drop down to like 38 degrees tonight. So we're praying that our garden, it doesn't mess up our garden here, but we'll see, because it's not below freezing, but it's still pretty cold. And then And then the wind chill as well is pretty cool, so I don't know, we'll see. But these are our sugar snap peas. They are doing super awesome. They're doing the best out of everything. As you can tell, they are just big, they're huge, they look so good. And they're just starting to grow the little peas. As you can tell, they're just starting to. And these are our green beans. And then pretty much everything else looks about the same. Everything just got a little bit bigger. And these are our beets right here, and our carrots and some squash right there. And our pumpkins are looking pretty good. We're happy about that. Here's our pumpkins. Those are little pumpkins right there. And we got around to planting our sweet potato slips that we started inside. So they're doing super well because we started some potatoes inside in some water, and then we cut the slips and then we planted those. But then we just stuck some potatoes in the ground, and then they're doing good as well. So both ways work. And here is the cantaloupe. There's only a few sprouts, as you can see. There's just a couple in there. And then here's our lettuce and kale. There's some kale down there, and all the lettuce is starting to sprout. And here's some butterleaf lettuce right here. And then over there is romaine right there. So that's doing pretty good. And then our tomatoes. They're tomatoes. These are our cheater tomatoes right here. And then we have some sprouts right there. But anyways, that is about it for the garden update. Alright y'all, thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope that it was a blessing to y'all. But anyways, I'll see y'all here very soon. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Alright, bye.